real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know?
Terence Crawford's preparations for his fight with Canelo Alvarez have raised concern after troubling reports came out. According to Top Boxing News, rumors suggest Crawford is dealing with a shoulder injury just days before stepping into the ring. This has left fans and analysts wondering if he'll be fully healthy for the big night and whether the injury could slow him down. But former world champion Tim Bradley dismissed the talk, saying no one outside Crawford's team really knows the truth. He insisted that when fight night comes, Crawford will be ready. Even if he's not at 100%, Bradley believes Crawford's skills, mindset, and toughness will carry him through. By brushing off the rumors, Bradley reinforced Crawford's image as a fighter who never makes excuses and always shows up ready to perform at the highest level.
Bradley, you already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt, all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope, they the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different.
Saudi advisor Turki Alashik, who has been key in bringing huge boxing events to the kingdom, shared his excitement for this showdown. He called it their biggest fight yet, pointing out not only the scale of the event, but also the worldwide spotlight it has attracted. When asked about Crawford moving up in weight, Alashik showed confidence, saying both men would be fully prepared and in top shape. His comments highlight the professional setup behind this fight, ensuring both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have everything needed to deliver. For Alashik, the moment is about making boxing history on a stage watched by millions around the world.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar De La Hoya, Hall of Famer and Golden Boy promoter, spoke on the challenges Crawford will face. He explained that moving up to fight Canelo is a massive step, especially after being out of the ring for a year. De La Hoya believes Crawford will need to be flawless to beat Canelo's power and experience. On the other side, Canelo's approach may be more simple: take Crawford's shots, control the tempo, and use his natural size and strength. De La Hoya's insight comes from decades of experience in boxing as both a champion and a promoter, reminding fans that weight and ring activity can often decide who wins big fights.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez.
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all. No. Berlanga's a big kid. Right. Yeah. So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. We just want to talk about Canelo. Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches. But he can.
At the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford directly addressed the talk about his supposed shoulder injury. Rather than get upset, he joked about it with humor, refusing to let the speculation throw him off. His lighthearted response showed confidence and calmness under pressure, proving why he's so strong mentally. Crawford has always thrived in the spotlight, and in moments like these, he makes sure not to give his opponents any mental advantage.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN account. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody said that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up everyone. You know, so don't tell Canelo. Maybe the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody say that Canelo is gonna be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the...
Former welterweight champion Sean Porter, who once fought Crawford, gave his thoughts on Crawford's physical shape. After watching him in training camp, Porter praised how Crawford has added muscle and adjusted to the new weight. He noticed balance growth across his body, especially in the legs, chest, and arms. For Porter, this is key because it shows Crawford hasn't sacrificed speed or movement just to get bigger. Instead, the added size looks smart and purposeful, giving him the strength to take on a naturally larger fighter like Canelo.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat, you can't put on, sluggish, nothing. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge in Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs, I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. You know, they don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Will Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature? I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo had, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know?
Even with good reports from camp, Crawford faced criticism after a photo surfaced of him looking out of shape. The picture, taken during a meeting with Ilya, showed what looked like a small belly, sparking questions about his conditioning. Some fans online wondered if the sharp training photos posted earlier had been touched up to make him look better. The contrast between the images fueled debate about whether Crawford is truly at his best. For such a massive fight, for top athletes, this kind of scrutiny is normal. Every picture and detail gets magnified.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean, and glistening and perfect lighting, and I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilya Zborah, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, you know, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, you know, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. You know, he's
Trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas shared strong praise for how Crawford looks in recent photos. Atlas said Crawford's shape is downright scary, proof to him that the fighter is ready for the biggest moment of his career. He reminded fans that he has picked Crawford from the start and still stands by that choice. For Atlas, the difference won't just be physical strength, it's also the drive and determination Crawford shows. He believes that focus, discipline, and hunger are what will set Crawford apart from Canelo. Known for being brutally honest, Atlas's words carry weight, since he rarely sugarcoats his opinions about fighters.
Vaguely proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small, forget about it, doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo, I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. You know, Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, and promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will.
Former champion Danny Garcia gave an honest take on Crawford's ambitions. He described Crawford as stubborn, pointing to his determination to keep testing himself at higher levels. Garcia explained that throughout boxing history, some fighters moving up in weight became legends, while others fell short. In his eyes, Crawford is facing the ultimate test, but if he pulls it off, his place among boxing's all-time greats will be secure. Garcia's comments mix both respect and warning, showing how risky yet meaningful this kind of challenge can be in a sport where crossing weight divisions has often made or broken legacies.
Terence Crawford trying to do what every great has tried to do, is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't, you know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know? But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this. Because, you know, like
just because I can see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds. But I feel like once he feels his power a little bit, he might try to box him a little bit and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
Let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today, you know, funny guy. I know you know Chris. Funny guy.
My guy.
And, you know, like we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and, you know, we're talking about Canelo's power, but I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Even sparring in the gym, when you spar like naturally bigger guys, that's tough, because I was doing that for my last fight. And no matter, even when I got down to even when I was 160, I still look more like a welterweight. You know what I mean? Because my body frame, my body type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guys who are naturally bigger, when they could be 160, but look way bigger than you, it's because they got more body mass. They're like, their body's more bigger than yours. It's like they're naturally bigger than you.
Rising star Shocker Stevenson spoke highly of Crawford's career and made a bold prediction. Stevenson said that if Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, his resume would be the greatest he has ever seen. For him, this isn't just about skill, it's about Crawford's courage to take on the toughest challenges. Adding Canelo to a long list of elite opponents would raise Crawford's career to legendary status. Stevenson's confidence also shows the respect younger fighters have for him, seeing Crawford as a role model who proves that taking risks is what true greatness is all about.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and just, and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's gonna be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bugs beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything, just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't gonna even say too much, but you keep him on the outside and make it an easy night.
So how would you like to see Bud go out right now? Because he getting close to that time.
I think that's the fight. I think that fight, and then just call it, I'm done. What else is there to prove after beating Canelo? There is nothing else to prove.
You can't go up no more.
I mean, unless you want to go fight Usyk.
You gonna go to 75, cruising?
If he fight Usyk, then man.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward gave a calm but sharp breakdown of the fight. He reminded fans that Canelo Alvarez has built much of his legacy beating bigger men and proving he can adapt across weight classes. But Ward warned not to underestimate Crawford, stressing that he isn't a small fighter and has the tools to balance out Canelo's size. For Ward, the real key is Crawford's footwork. If he controls his movement, he can avoid Canelo's power and set the pace of the fight. Ward's analysis shows his deep knowledge of strategy, and his view makes it clear that Crawford's tactics will be just as important as his conditioning.
Has also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands, If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs and controlled,